when I was
13, sleepovers were everything. Those post-one conversations that led to heart-pounding explorations when late-night HBO was consumed with zombie-like stares, never daring to expose our own eagerness as she took off his pants. It felt wrong that I was captivated as they consummated their elongated frame. My pulse elevated on the couch as she started to put it into her mouth. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. The breakups, the makeups, the slip-ups, sex. The hardcore next day for give me some more sex. The late night post-fight just right sex. Let's talk about sex.
Let's talk about sex. I want that. Sex in close places like airplane restrooms, sex on the floor in your parents' bedroom, sex on the back seat like your new SUV. Let's take sex to a higher degree, sail across the Caribbean Sea. You can sex me under the mahogany tree, baby boy. Let's excite, ignite, get it right, get it tight. Oh, let's not get too unstable. We can move to the beach under the palm trees so you can show your expertise. Because you know I'm hard to please.
Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex because what tastes better with filtered cigarettes? Forgetting that my hair looks like hell you go faster that. I didn't even realize you were finished kind of sex that makes you fall in love. At least until morning, but if we spend more time in bed than in difference, we have that 4 times sex, that 50 miles more times sex. So let's talk about sex. That moment when
we were on the couch and we leaned in for a kiss, I didn't know, so I got up, and even though I knew what happened, I didn't think you knew that I knew that happened. That moment when
I realized the lights were on. I'm exposed after all of these years of hiding behind clothes. Fluorescent lighting never flatters like night vision, or cameras where the girls are perfect. This unplasticized body feels way too real. Expectations based on mutilated presentations leave me feeling untouched. And I wonder, does he understand that I'm not devastated because the lights are on and I'm glowing? Not the sprayed-on shine, but the raw reflections don't glance in my direction, I'm showing.
That moment
when the phone rings for the 6th time, but this time, it was his parents. And I don't know what I was thinking, but it felt like shoplifting. Like, sneaking out the front door, hoping the neighbors won't know. Why don't we talk about sex? But why don't we talk about sex? Because you told me I couldn't meet anyone. And I don't know when sex became dating, but I couldn't afford women. The sluts came in 4-packs. They never used that word, but still meant disappointment. Counting down like 32 flavors, I thought fucking was easier than fighting. But something doesn't sound right. Like the unseen posters of old men's dreams, this revolution is undeveloped, forgetting that 5 a.m. is way past my bedtime, but maybe I understand now how people can fit that way, that we can fit that way, that we fit that way. But why don't we talk about sex?
But why don't we talk about sex when your parents are around and you're with your friends watching a rated R movie? Not the rated R for violence, but the other rated R. Then it comes, that thing that seems so awkward that you pretend you need something from the kitchen, get up and leave and wait out back, and see it's still there. You don't feel uneasy because I'm 19 years old. I never had that talk about sex.
But why don't we talk about that? But why don't we talk about sex? Sex sells. Sex sells, but it's not in our textbook. It is more than STDs or just for video honeymoons. It's somewhere between. We are past abstinence only. Sex can be clean. If conversations can lead to understanding, why settle for delusions, cause insanity? But why don't we talk about sex? Teach our sisters to appreciate their bodies. Teach our brothers to respect